All right, so I got to make this intro video short, but I wanted to at least tell you what I did. I've made like 10 intro videos, and so I've cut it down and it's spliced, and it's not good splice, but I'm trying to give you a feel for some of the stuff we're going to do and a little bit of a description. So it's kind of all over the place, but here it is. I think these 12 courses will help, whether you're my student or you're just trying it out. You know, try a few courses, try a few of them, do it by the week if you want, and I think you'll find it useful. Yeah, you'll be more ready either for AP Physics or for physics in college if you're a senior, or if you're an adult. You know, who cares? I mean, you'll learn a little bit of we're gonna cover all kinds of topics. You know, start with low gravity and Newton's universal law. We'll bring in some history. We'll get into torque eventually and statics. We'll talk about work and energy, ultimate fighting tool. There'll be a lot of things you got to know that we just didn't get to this year. So here I am in the courtyard of the physics buildings at OU, and take a look around, do a little 360 here. So on episode 5, we're going to take a tour of both buildings. So that's those balls been hanging from the ceiling this whole time, and that has to do with something called the Cavendish experiment, which proved Newton right. Now, it was done in about 1800, and it proved Newton figured it out 100 years before that. But it's all about gravity and universal gravitation. So we're going to talk about how that universal gravitation kind of affects all the planets, all the galaxies. This one law that Newton figured out. It's one of the top 5 equations in physics. So, think of a horse. Woo-wee. That's how you do it. Still got it. 62. That is what we're going to look at in one of our episodes. I'm going to have you run steps, maybe here, maybe at Harv, and we'll figure out who's stronger than a horse. I, last year, got above a horse. Let's see what you can do. And kind of that leads us to machines. And so we'll start wrapping string around different pulleys and looking at what's called mechanical advantage, which leads us a lot to how do machines work. Pulleys are an ancient, Archimedes is probably the most famous person. So we'll talk a little bit of the history of that, how he blew everybody away by pulling a boat out of a harbor by himself using pulleys. So one thing, I'm coming at you live from the AskMe Learning Studio, our makeshift studio. Hey, I'm working on it. You know, the students said they could hear me better with the microphone, so got a microphone. These classes that you'll be taking in June, they'll be more planned out. I'm trying to put together a course and a way of doing things that I want to do for all my classes that I give through Ask Me Learning. So I'll be trying out new things on you, but I'll be putting more thought into it, like as well as more entertaining, because it is summertime. Speaking of summer, we'll do a couple of bike rides together. You don't have to, but optional. One of the bike rides will be to go to ride our bikes from, say, Lions Park we'll meet in Lions Park and then ride to OU for the physics building tour. I just like riding around Norman, so we'll probably ride down Legacy Trail, whatever, go to the park, play Frisbee, whatever. So we'll do some of that. We'll do at least one picnic, people kind of a cookout style. We'll try and do a field trip somewhere. We're going to do the one to the OU, but I'll try and do one to the, Weather Center. I mean, I know a lot of these people at OU and stuff and around Oklahoma City, so we may try and work out a field trip, which families can all go on, be all of us. Maybe do a bowling night. I'm just trying to think of ideas that you would want to do. In other words, it's not just going to be a boring sit in front of your computer, take notes, fall asleep kind of class. we will get into some serious physics. Don't get me wrong; it's not all just fun, but there'll be some, summertime fun thrown in there as well, necessarily. I may throw a test or two in there just to see. Nobody sees it but you and me, but just to see kind of how we're doing, how I'm doing, how you're doing, just for funsies. More calculus, like integral calculus. We'll do a little bit of that, integral calculus. We'll kind of show where that fits into work, energy, impulse, all that stuff's basically calculus. We will get into a little bit of cross product and dot product. I don't think you should get out of physics without that. So things like this that you're not going to get if you get out in May. Hope to see you sign up, and see you later.